What's up, guys, and welcome to my vlog.
Welcome to my vlog. Welcome to my vlog. Welcome to my vlog. It's PJ's vlog. Yeah.
Just went on a run, short run. I haven't run in a long time. I've been doing CrossFit actually, but I've really enjoyed it. It's really fun, really hard, really challenging, but it's really rewarding. I feel like pretty strong. After the first week, I felt pretty strong. During the first week, I just felt so sore, I couldn't even move. But yeah, it's like really bad for my knees, not surprisingly. I have bad knees already. So I ended a membership at a gym near my old work, and like when I quit that job. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to a new CrossFit place near my new work in Baltimore, or if I'm gonna have to try to find a new workout, or just keep running in the mornings. But yeah, I'm running today because I'm able to run in the mornings again because we have a pretty flexible schedule at work. So with that being said, I figured I'd take this time right now to just talk about my new job. My first day was yesterday. I kind of want to give it a little recap and talk a little bit more about what my job is, what the company's about, and then I'll probably do another like week recap and maybe like a month recap down the road too. So yeah, let's get into it. So yesterday I started a new software developer job as a developer apprentice at a company in Baltimore, which is a software consulting company. So if you're not familiar with that, basically they have a bunch of clients who need a certain like software product made, and these consulting companies, they basically put together a like a submittal package, and they're like, okay, this is what we can build, this is how much it's going to cost, this is how long it's going to take, that kind of stuff. Proposals is what they're called, I guess. And they kind of bid for the software that needs to be made. And then if it's, if their contract is accepted, then they are the ones who make the software. And then sometimes there is like maintenance, software maintenance built into the package. Sometimes there's not. So like really depends like on that, whether the company continues to work on the product and like maintain the product and bugs and stuff like that after it is initially deployed and like delivered, I guess is the word. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, I guess that is different than a lot of other companies who build their own product. So my last company, we had our own product and we maintained that. So we built new features all the time, we maintained bugs or fixed bugs, and we're just working on the same product over and over and over. And you get really familiar with that product and how the product works and how the code works in that product, as opposed to software consulting companies where it's like you start over all the time with new products, new software, and you kind of get the full life cycle development under your belt pretty well. And you're learning a lot of new technologies all the time. But you don't get as familiar with the product maybe, or the code maybe. But I've heard from a lot of people who've worked in both those types of fields, like consulting field and a product field, that you learn so much so fast at a consulting field. Like my one coworker said he learned more in like 4 years at a consulting company, at this consulting company I'm at actually, than he learned in like 2 years or so at a product company, which is exactly what I'm looking for right now in my career. So yeah, that's a little bit about the niche industry sort of software development. My company specifically, like I said, we have a flexible work schedule. So we have core hours every day, which is 10 to 3:30. You have to be like in the office for those times, but you can that's like what, 5.5 hours, maybe less if you don't include lunch. And then you just make up the rest of the time and anytime throughout the week. You just get 40 hours throughout the week. Every Friday is work from home. We have daily stand-ups. And what else? There's company lunch every week that's sponsored by the company. I think it's like a lunch and learn type of thing. So we all get together, sit together, and go over some kind of topic. There's a bunch of different like clubs in the company, even though it's a small company. There's like this thing called Side Project Club, where like it's just like personal projects that we all have, we just keep each other accountable, keep each other focused and like motivated on that. There's a blog club for people who want to like contribute to the like a tech blog, or like a tech blog that they have, or just contribute to the general sphere of knowledge of the internet for development. What else? They pay for conferences and stuff like that. There's a bunch of stuff. It's like it goes beyond just like, okay, work for us and do what we need you to do. It's like they support you as a developer in like a holistic way, kind of, and they help you grow in many different ways instead of just like learning how to program one product, I guess. So that's really cool. So yeah, my first day yesterday, we have 3 apprentices, including myself. And when we got there, I actually got there like right at 9-ish, maybe like 9 minutes and 30 seconds, or 9 o'clock and 30 seconds. And there was a little tour already going on with the rest of the other developers, the apprentices. So I came in late on that, which kind of sucked. But it's a small office, so I kind of knew where most things are. But it was still like first impression of the big boss, giving the tour. I'm kind of late, kind of sucked. But after that, we immediately went into like a little meeting where we sat down with the boss and our like main developer manager guy. And we just went through the employee handbook, kind of like really in depth, breaking down everything so we all understand everything, all on the same page. And then from there, that was right into 10 o'clock, which is our stand-up, company stand-up. So we just went around. I think for Monday stand-ups, we talk about what we did last Friday, but also like what we did over the weekend, just like a personal thing. I shared with them that I babysat my nephew for the first time by myself. Normally I babysit with my wife. She's amazing with kids. And yeah, so I had to change a poopy diaper for the first time in my entire life. I might have mentioned this before, but I watch babies at church every weekend pretty much. But every time somebody poops, I hand them off to somebody else to change their diaper. And I've been doing that for like 5 years. But I couldn't escape yesterday, or Sunday actually. So I changed my first poopy diaper. And when I shared that in the stand-up, everybody clapped for me. Standing ovation. We were all standing already, so just ovation, I guess. Yeah, and then got to know a little bit of the other guys. And then from there, we went straight into pairing. We have smart buddies, or like just training buddies. I am not trained or not paired with my brother, which is fine. But yeah, basically we just started pairing right away with other developers there, like more senior developers. I'm working on a Ruby on Rails project that has some React in it, some other stuff, like a lot of preprocessor stuff that I don't really know about, like Haml, and I don't really know Sass. But I mean, if you look at it, I can understand it. I just can't write it myself. So that was cool. I went right into it. Like, it was crazy. It was kind of overwhelming, but at the same time, I was able to keep up. I was actually able to contribute and help give some input whenever, my developer buddy was stuck on a couple little things. It felt like we were really collaborating more than like he was just like sitting there and teaching me, which felt really nice. It was really kind of affirming for me, which is cool. He is at a stand-up desk, and he doesn't like to sit at all. He literally has a sign that says sitting is weakness. And so we stood the whole entire day, and that was tough. And then at 12 o'clock, we went out all together. We walked to Mission Barbecue and ate some company lunch together, paid for by the company, which was nice. Got to know my coworkers a little bit better, pretty cool people. And then we went back and started coding some more for like 3.5 hours-ish. Just doing more of the same stuff, more pairing. And then at the end, I actually got a laptop at the very end, my own like company laptop. So I set that up, stayed a little bit longer, just tried to avoid a little traffic, and got that set up. Oh, one of the things that was really hard for me when I was pairing with my mentor is that he uses Vim, and like everybody else there, strongly suggest using Vim. All my friends, all my family who've worked at this company all use Vim, and they all swear by it. If you don't know what Vim is, it's a text editor thing, but it's like completely different than anything else you've ever seen. It's like basically it's all keyboard navigation, so you navigate through the entire file, I guess, using the keyboard only, and you don't even like use the arrow keys. You use HJKL as like left, down, up, right to navigate through the file. And then there's just so many keyboard things, but the main thing, the main like benefit is like you don't have to move your hand at all, like to edit the page. You never have to use the mouse ever. So once you like really get the hang of it, it is super fast. Like I was watching my mentor use Vim, and he's like, he even like admitted he's not good, like that great, I mean, at Vim yet, but he's going really fast. All my friends and family said like once you get the hang of Vim, you like feel like you're flying. And that's just like the general consensus of it. But like when I first started using it, I literally didn't even know how to like navigate or like multi-select a bunch of stuff, or like cut and paste, or even save the file. It's that different. You can't even like Control S. You have to do something else. But I felt like I was learning how to drive stick shift again for the first time, like figuring out, okay, put the clutch, shift over to the left, push it into first gear, let go of the clutch slowly, give some gas. It was like breaking it down, each like finger movement at a time. It felt so slow, and so like my head was hurting. So I basically told him, okay, I'm gonna go home tonight and learn Vim a little bit. So that's what I did after work. I went through Vim Tutor. If you have a Mac and you just type in Vim, VIMTUTOR, no space or anything between, it should just go right into this Vim tutorial. It's just like this giant text block that's broken into sections, and you just follow the directions. It's pretty cool. Gives you a really good understanding of the basics. And then I went through this thing called Vim Adventures, just like the free part of it, and that was fun too. But a lot of people say basically you just have to like learn the basics and then start using it at work, and you like learn little by little every day. You get faster and faster. Some people say like in your first week or so, just do the Vim tutor every single day, which I'm going to do. So I did it yesterday. I'm going to try to do it today, hopefully sometime. It took me a long time yesterday. I was like kind of doing it little by little. Big van stop right there. So I was doing it little by little throughout the night, the evening, and I was just like kind of distracted. So it took me like an hour and a half, which is way too long. It should take you only 30 minutes. But as you do it more and more, you should get faster and faster at completing the tutorial, which is my goal. And there's like a bunch of different resources out there to like improve your Vim usage. There's like a cheat sheet I'm gonna print out probably and like put on my desk or something like that. What else? Yeah, so that's Vim. That's what I'm gonna be kind of working on this week and forever, hopefully. And then I also want to get like a book. I'm not sure what book yet. I've been asking people about what they think about this book called Code Complete. It's like how to think about software architecture and like software design. That's the kind of thing I'm kind of looking into, but like some of my friends told me those types of books are just like a lot of common sense stuff, which is understandable. And like they said, like they didn't really get a lot out of them. I don't think any of them read Code Complete specifically, but there's a lot of similar books. So I'm going to ask some other my coworkers, some of the senior developers there, what they think. But then I'm also probably going to get like a more language-specific book, like Eloquent JavaScript was a highly recommended book. Even though I'm not working with JavaScript a lot, there's some other books like The Ruby Way. I think is another book that caught my eye for Ruby specifically. What else? Yeah, so that's another thing that the company offers. They will buy you books, like if you request them, and like other things. There's a lot of ebooks too. So I might invest in like a little cheap Kindle, or something like that. Maybe I'll just read on my iPad. We'll see. But there's a ton of like shared ebooks already available, which I'm gonna look through and just like read through and stuff. I just want to get better as a developer. Like I said, always been saying I want to be a good developer. And I think reading books and just like learning about the craft of developing is it's kind of what I want to move towards. Not just like being super technical, but being very eloquent. I don't know, just like when I think of woodworking, I think that's being able to make a really really fast project, but like being able to make it beautiful. Like I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'm gonna go home now, take a shower, drink a shake, a protein shake, a little bit, and then go to work. So that's it, guys. See ya in a bit. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll update you guys again later this week, hopefully. Thanks for all the questions. Also, there's a couple questions I want to address soon in videos, like how do I prepare for my interviews? How do my interviews go in general? Like what to expect, that kind of thing. But yeah, keep them coming. And thanks for all the support. Thanks for subscribers, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.